Welcome back. You're watching Money, 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 and we are in conversation with a panel of experts to talk about what perhaps could be the best money-making opportunities in 2020 as this new financial year rolls in. It's now time to talk about real estate. Prashant Thakur, Head of Research at Anarock, is with us. Prashant, so here's the question. The market that you track has been in the doldrums for so long. Now, the equity stocks are already getting excited for some reason or the other. The question is, physical real estate, is it also turning a corner? Do you think so?
If we look at the last 11 quarters, we have been tracking very closely the sales and absorption data. The encouraging part has been that from the last 11 quarters, the sales have exceeded the new launches. So this points towards a phase where the developers have consciously cut down the new launches and have been focusing on completing the existing projects. So I think in 3 or 4 quarters we'll see a scenario where the unsold inventory would come to a reasonable level, and the buyers' confidence are also coming back with when they see the projects moving at a faster rate and handovers happening at a faster rate. So these two factors have positively impacted the real estate. And the start of 2019 has been good for the industry, wherein the interim budget was extremely favorable for real estate, and the cut down of GST rates from 12 to 5% for under construction project, and a GST of 1% for affordable projects. I think these were the couple of positive factors that is going to bring back the sector back on track.
Okay,
so this is one part.
So Prashant, let me ask you this, because this is money, money, money. And right now I'm not talking about the home buyer, because that's a separate conversation altogether. Any time is a good time to buy your own house. But this is a conversation about investment. Now, if I tell you that, I have anything between 50 lakhs to 1 CR, am I better off parking that? And this is long-term money. Let's say this is money over the next 5 to 10 years. Is there a case you can build? Should this money go into real estate at all? Or maybe, as usual, I'm better off in equities. What would you say?
No, in my opinion, real estate should always be part of a portfolio, because the kind of stability it gives. And if you look at the scenario right now, where you have affordable housing picking up, new micro markets opening up, in my opinion, it's a good time to get into the market, because the prices are quite low. And if we look at the kind of development in terms of the office spaces coming up in various micro markets, that is pushing up your residential demands. And if you look at the residential real estate, the way it is now being consumed has evolved. Now you will see a lot of co-living, student housing, senior citizen. So the multi-use of residential real estate is evolving. So in my opinion, for any investor, I think 4 or 5 years, if he has 4 to 5 years of time horizon, I think if he has 40 to 50 lakhs, should definitely park his money in real estate as well.
Prashant, stay right there, because I'm going to come back to you and ask you for specific examples then and where to park this money. But let me get thoughts from the other panelists as well. I don't know, Feroze, did Prashant manage to convince you at all, or would you still say that no, go back to the equity market, go back to mutual funds?
I would say go back to equity market. Of course, it has to be taken with a pinch of salt, because if somebody is from the financial side, would generally not be a fan of physical real estate, because India has 60% of HNI money, or even upper middle class money in real estate. We are so overly exposed. Globally, it is 18%. So there is something we know more than the world does about real estate.
Absolutely, take that point. But Prashant, let me actually revert back to you, since you did make that case for those who are interested, those who perhaps don't have exposure to real estate in their portfolio. Which are the micro markets one could look at? How should you go about these smart investments? It's not just about blocking your money and buying a house where perhaps you'll have very low rental yields. It has to be smart investment. So what are these opportunities?
So if we look at the southern part of India, specifically cities like Hyderabad and Bangalore, there are a couple of metrics, which would help us to identify good investment opportunities for long term. Now, these two cities, including Hyderabad and Bangalore, they have the lowest level of inventory compared to MMR and NCR. So, in my opinion, the micro markets which are closer to your employment hubs, like for example, in Bangalore, the North Bangalore, which is which has Manita Tech Park, Aero City, closer to airport, and you know, the projects are at a very competitive rate. So you're entering the market at a very right stage, very right price, and you know, as other panelists, they said that the developers are willing to offer you a very competitive rate. So in my opinion, when you're investing, just focus on where the commercial spaces are coming up, and then you know, and your investment decision would be quite you know, narrowed down to cities like Bangalore, Pune, and Hyderabad. And you know, I would advise people to opt. Yeah, I would advise people to, you know, stay away from NCR, which has huge amount of unsold inventory. Still, you know, a lot of projects are stuck, and we are seeing a lot of litigations.
Sure, Prashant, let me quickly try and squeeze in a question on Prashant. Let me quickly try and squeeze in a question on Mumbai. Obviously, our viewers have a lot of interest in this market itself. We finally see some action on the Navi Mumbai airport, but I don't know, because this market already ran up so much in 2012-13 in anticipation. Where are values today? Is there any sense or any zone in and around the Mumbai metropolitan region where perhaps investments can be looked into?
So, in my opinion, I think, you know, you're right. The Navi Mumbai's airport was always factored in the pricing. So prices have already run up. So in my opinion, the central suburb would be an option, because you know, it's closer to your hubs like BKC, and then you know, still you have a lot of options over there.
Okay, fair enough.
And if you have to deploy your money, stick to central suburb.
Central suburbs. You know. All right, got it. So if it's Mumbai, then look at central suburbs. That's the advice from Anurag. Let's take final thoughts with our other experts as well. So, Aashish, then as we're rounding up this conversation about 2020, I mean, what does your gut feeling tell you? Is it going to be a wealth-generating year or not? And any tips, any ideas you'd like to leave us with?
It is going to be a wealth-generating financial year, and I think people who have been on the sidelines should start deploying in equity. Okay,
all right. That's very simply put. Feroze, same question to you.
Yeah, I think it is definitely going to be a good year, like it has been in the past. Whenever there's something which is continued governance, and the government, if the election results are favorable to, then of course there's going to be wealth created. And I think it's going to be an important event. How much ever you say that events don't matter, this event certainly does. One tip which is very important, I personally think, don't compromise on liquidity. I see a lot of portfolios and balance sheets, 60-70% of their money is illiquid. The new mantra is wealth is not net worth. Wealth is that portion of your money which is portable. I think portability of money, not just the tangibility of it, is also important. So, so allocate wisely.
So keep it safe and keep it liquid. I guess that's something to keep in mind. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and we wish you greetings for this new fiscal year as well. May it be profitable for you, your business associates as well, and a very, very happy new financial year to our viewers. Of course, we are going to be here with you throughout the course of the year with more ideas, with more conversations. Thank you for joining in. Keep sending your feedback. We'll see you again next week.